Okay, so 18-year-old Ariel Winter, the star of Modern Family, has posed topless in an unretouched photo. And, well, actually, Ariel Winter's 19 now, but when she posed for the photo, she was 18 years old. Now, Ariel Winter is known for her big, juicy titties. Now, unfortunately, when she was 17 years old in 2015, she had breast reduction surgery, which I personally think is a crime against humanity. I believe this should be banned under the UN convention. I think if I started a religion, I would make that one of my rules. No breast reductions. People run around shooting abortion doctors. I think they need to start shooting those breast reduction doctors, because titties, in my opinion, and I take this very seriously, I think that titties, big, natural, juicy titties, were put on this earth, were given to women by Jesus for me to visually enjoy, for me to see them bouncing and feel their nice softness, and make me come really fast when I'm fucking the girl in her. Anyway, but that's neither here nor there. Now, so Ariel Winter, she has the big nice titties, and so she posed topless in this unretouched photo. Now, of course, when people heard that she posed topless, they got excited. And when they see the news, they saw the headlines, they got excited. But unfortunately, in her photo, she's covering her titties, so you don't actually see any titties. You just see her topless, but the titties are covered up. And apparently you could see the scar from her breast reduction surgery. So anyway, that's a disappointment. Now, number 2, the Migos have apologized for making a comment about the homosexuality of ILoveMakonnen. Now, first of all, ILoveMakonnen, he's a rapper, and saying his name sounds kind of gay, so I'm not gonna say that name anymore. I'm just gonna call him Makonnen, okay? Because I don't want to sound like a homo. But anyway, Makonnen is a rapper who's best known for, I think he's from Atlanta. He's a rapper who's best known for his 2014 song Tuesday featuring Drake. Yeah, the song was kind of catchy. In the song, he raps about selling drugs and whatnot. Now, he was previously signed to Drake's OVO record label, but he was dropped from the label, or he left the label, whatever. In January 2017, he came out and said he was gay. Now, this seems to have been an open secret in the music industry. First of all, he was a hairdresser. Second, he acted stereotypically feminine gay with a high-pitched voice. When I heard about him coming out of the closet, I went back and looked up some of the interviews that he was in, and I saw 2 different interviewers who basically implied that he was gay while they were interviewing him. So it seems like it wasn't a very well kept secret that he was gay. So anyway, after he came out of the closet, the Migos, who worked with him, the Migos are a rap group from an Atlanta suburb who worked with Makonnen at one point in time. They had a song with him, and so the Migos were asked how they felt about Makonnen's homosexuality and him coming out of the closet, and they made some kind of ambiguous comments like the world is fucked up, and they're basically saying that he was fake for rapping about drug dealing. Now, first of all, being gay doesn't really conflict with selling drugs, because there's a lot of gay drug dealers, and there's a whole gay party scene. You hear about gay people taking all kinds of drugs, so who's selling them those drugs? It has to be other gay people. And when I read about that Bobby Shmurda getting stabbed and moved to Clinton Correctional Facility, I was reading about which high-profile inmates are in Clinton Correctional Facility. One of them is a guy named Michael Alig, and I saw a documentary about Michael Alig on TV a few years ago. And this guy, Michael Alig, he was a gay nightclub party guy, and he killed a Colombian drug dealer who I guess was supplying him and his friends with cocaine. But the Colombian drug dealer was a homosexual as well. So The people who are involved in that scene, in the gay drug party scene, those are the people who are supplying gay people with drugs, right? And it's probably going to be other gay people because they're the ones who are around that. So anyway, but the Migos, they didn't come out with a direct. To me, their statements that they said were not really homophobic. It was just, they're just kind of making statements saying that he was being fake. But but anyway, so I guess some people, they got a little bit of a backlash about their comments, so they came out and apologized for them. Now, see, the thing is, I think this kind of shows how hip-hop has changed over the years. Now, 2017, a lot of rappers will come out openly and say being gay is okay. You have people like Kanye West doing songs with that gay singer, what's his name, Frank Ocean, doing songs with Frank Ocean. You have rappers openly coming out saying they have no problem with gay people, whereas in the past, like say the 1990s, for example, rappers were all about being tough and they would never want any association with being gay. But nowadays it's like rappers, they have all kinds of gay stuff going on, or rappers acting gay. They may not even be gay, but they just, they're running around wearing dresses and doing all kinds of fruity stuff. But anyway, so I guess that shows the way hip-hop has changed. See, in the past, there may have been gay rappers in the past. They're probably gay. I'm sure there were gay people around in the industry. Mr. C hanging with trannies. That was Notorious B.I.G.'s producer. He's been arrested a couple times hanging with transsexual prostitutes. African Bambaataa allegedly fucking boys. He wasn't. He had a song in, I guess, 1980s, and then he was always hanging around around the music industry. So there were some gay people in the industry, but they wouldn't come out openly, or they wouldn't come out and act fruity. So anyway, now number 3, there's a Canadian guy who was missing for 5 years. He was found in Brazil. He was actually found in the city of Manaus in northern Brazil, in the Amazon, near the Amazon rainforest. Now this Canadian guy, he's from Toronto. He was from Toronto. And they say he had schizophrenia. His family was looking for him for a long time. But what some of the stories don't mention is that he actually disappeared after he was facing, at a time when he was facing a weapons and assault charge in court. So basically he fled to escape from the court case. And this guy, he's been missing for 5 years. So for 5 years he's not dead. He hasn't starved to death. So he's been eating, he's been somehow feeding himself and taking care of himself somehow and surviving somehow. So basically this guy probably went to Brazil to escape so he wouldn't have to face his criminal charges. But now they're sending him back. So what apparently happened is that he met a police officer who happened to be a Brazilian police officer who also spent time living in Canada. So she recognized him as I guess she recognized he was a Canadian or whatever. So that's how he got caught. And then they locked him up in Brazil, and then I guess he got deported back to Canada. So now he's gonna, this is supposed to be may seem like this is a feel-good story, like, oh, the family found this mentally ill guy, but now the truth is this guy is going straight to, probably going to be locked in jail or a mental hospital. He's not going to be really comfortable. So he might have been better off if he had stayed in Brazil, because he would have avoided all the court problems, all the legal problems. He would have avoided the court case.